Hello guys, welcome to GizzyFix. If I'm talking slightly quietly, it's because my daughter's actually asleep next door and I don't want to wake her up. If you're a parent, you'll understand. So I'm going to do this mod like I'm Sam Fisher. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough, but it's the best I can do because I really need to get this video done before I move on to the next one. And what we're going to do is RGB this console with this kit here. I'll show a few close-up videos in a bit, but I've wanted to do this for ages and I don't think it's going to take me that long. So I'm going to try and nip this one in the bud. Let's get to it. Yeah, and in the comments, by the way, you don't have to point out that this lighting makes the top of my head look like the surface of the sun. All right, because I know some of you are probably typing it already. Don't even bother, beat you to it. But if you could think of anything else funny, that'd be great. Cool. Okay, so not the greatest angle. I'm kind of in between spaces of being out of work, so that's probably why you've not seen a huge amount of modding go on the channel at the moment. It's not ideal, but you know, things really are ideal. A little bit of a different vibe this video. Could be quite nice. Let us know what you think. For those one or two of you that see it, it's like guerrilla style, isn't it? Guerrilla style modding. Never stripped down an N64, so what you're seeing is first time. So hopefully I'm not going to do anything worse because I'm not rushing per se. That's a good start. There we go. There's a lot of screws there. I don't particularly want to have to undo 15 million of them. Just before we move any further, I am also going to be putting GameCube thumbsticks in. I've had them ordered. Once this is modded, I'm going to test it out, obviously, you know, but I've also got GameCube sticks. I'm going to see how these feel because these ones are knackered. I couldn't repair them because of the runners. Do I have to take all them out? I don't want to take all them out. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Right, you're a bit longer, so you're different. Put these somewhere safe on my shelf of many things. Oh, there we go. See that? See that? That's instinct, that is. You can't teach that. So the whole board needs to come out. Well, that's great. Have they hidden screws in there? That's how you learn, isn't it? You know, I could watch a video. Yeah, I was wrong. There's nothing there. That's off. Here we go. I reckon now it's just this. Got to be careful I don't lose any of them. Although, did it need that many screws? Did that shielding need 15,000 screws? Probably not. And there we are. That's what we need up there. You're cooking with gas, ladies and gentlemen, and whoever else is watching. Welcome. Don't know why I'm getting the tester out. Don't need it. What I do need is quite a few degrees of heat in the form of a soldering iron. Now, another reason why I'm doing this is because I need to practice because I'm fixing my game gear because I messed up the IPS on it. The IPS screen mod, which also there's going to be another video on that, but I screwed it right up. I don't want to make that mistake again. Trouble is, the soldering tip, I can't find my small one, so I'm going to have to make do. I don't know if you can even see that, it's quite large. Now the good thing about this kit I did like, actually, this was from AliExpress, it's one of the AliExpress ones, and this is for one of these consoles, VDC NUS or VCD NUS-A, NUS CPU, well, it says NUS there, gives you a fairly comprehensive guide. It actually tells you to strip it down, yeah, remove 14 Phillips screws, it wasn't 14, it was more than that. Place the N64 RGB mod over the multi-out pins and solder into position. I'm going to have to self-pour it because the last thing I need is touching one of those resistors that are about 2mm across. Because that won't be any fun, will it, Rodney? That ain't bad, is it? Well, that's not too bad for someone who's not soldered in 6 months. I'm going to get these on where I need them to. Then I'll pre-tin. I'll pre-tin the points. I could really use that smaller tip. So unfortunately it didn't work. Got a sneaky suspicion it is actually this cable right here. Now fortunately I did test the N64 with the standard AV cables and it does still work. I still get that black and white screen that I was getting before. So now's the time to do some investigation. So yeah, suspicion confirmed, it was the cable. I now need one that gives me the sync that I need for the OSSC, and with a bit of digging I found RGC cables. Finally RGB output. So pretty much what was happening, I wasn't getting the sync from that component cable. I think the manufacturers just throw that cable in to see on the off chance that it works, but there's a very little chance of it actually working because you're not getting the sync for the RGB. Hi there guys, so there we are. We did a quick test upstairs on the old CRT TV. Now what we're going to do is we're going to see what it looks like, and hopefully now you can just see it for yourself. I'm actually capturing this live. We're hooked up to the OSSC. I think I'm line doubling at 4 times at the moment, so I think I'm at 960p because the N64 outputs at 240p. I've not really tinkered around with the OSSC too much, but hopefully you can see for yourself just as a very, very quick proof of concept. For a 14 quid mod and a £23 quality cable from RetroGamingCables, I'll put the link in the description. It took a day to get here. You can feel the quality on the cable itself, and they really know what they're talking about. Even on the description they go into detail, but then also point you in the right direction for more information, so you can't really honestly fault them. So if you need any cables, that's definitely a place to go. RGC, really happy with their service. Absolutely brilliant. So thank you very much guys. What I'll do now is a quick little test, quick little game, just so you can see for yourself. You know, I don't want to keep you any longer than I really have to. Let's have a quick game. I'll do it live so you can actually understand for yourself how crisp the image is, and especially when you're playing quite a fast-paced game like F-Zero, which is just, you know, mind-bogglingly fast. Yeah, honestly, I mean, what more do you have to say? I think if you did see any visual anomalies, please take that is an indication of my inexperience with the open source scan converter, the OSSC. It's nothing to do with the mod. I think the mod's doing everything it needs to. So I don't think there's anything really much more to say, and I could, you know, I reckon I could get lost in this and no one's going to watch me playing the games. Not that interesting. But yeah, so there we are guys. I don't think there's really anything else to cover. I think I've got everything said that I needed to, and hopefully covered a lot of those pitfalls, because you can plan for everything, but it's in the cracks you fall, isn't it? You know, it's always in those gaps that you don't see. And I certainly didn't see that with the cable. I thought it would just work. But hopefully now you'll be one step ahead. If you did take the plunge and you got the mod done, love to know how you got on, whether you got it working, if you found the same issues, and also what you think, and if you tried it with the OSSC. If you have any good settings or you can teach me some, that'd be great, let us know. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you very much for being with us today guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're doing well, and who knows, maybe I'll see you in the next video. Take care.